What's up, beautiful people? We are here to talk about the lunar eclipse. Yes, I said lunar eclipse in Gemini on November 30th of 2020. We are coming into the new eclipse cycle, guys. As if shit wasn't intense enough, right? Throw on some more stuff. But here we go. I think, bear with me, I think that this is going to be a good thing. Why do I say that? Because this incites a different trajectory of change. For the last 18 months, we've just been bombarded with Capricornian energy, right? The South Node was in Capricorn for 18 months. And even though it was dipping in and out, in 2020, basically the energies, because we've had Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter all in Capricorn this year has been heavily Capricornian, right? So with all those energies in Capricorn, now the energy is going to start to be pulling away, especially we have Saturn and Jupiter starting to leave out of Capricorn, right? So this is really like the first step, leaving that era, leaving that area that we've all been getting our asses kicked from, to be honest, okay? The world has been getting its ass kicked from. So as we step into this new energy, this is promising. This is the light at the end of the tunnel, guys. Now, I don't really like that analogy because we're not really in a tunnel per se. If we are, we're in a multidimensional tunnel that's going an infinite amount of ways, and there's always light depending on how we see it and perceive it. So let's dig a little more into these specific energies and see exactly what's going on. So here I'm going to pull up the chart and I'll show you what's going down. So here we see the sun and moon are both at 8 degrees. Now, there's been this theme. This is the third of three full moons at 8 degrees, and this one, just the third of three, just happens to be an eclipse. Talking about just, throwing the icing on the cake or the gravy on the whatever. This is big, guys. So it's been 8 degrees for the full moons and 23 degrees for the new moons. All right. 8 represents abundance, right? Numerologically. 23, which breaks down to a 5, represents change. So the new moons breaking down to a 5, we're stepping into new territory. We're changing into stepping into new territory, right? And the full moon's ending things that are keeping us from abundance, taking things away, all right? The higher we vibrate, the more abundance that is going to come into our lives. Now, contrary to what the outside world wants you to believe, there is a lot of abundance to go around, and that is going to start happening. I really, truly, solidly believe this. As long as we stay focused on the North Node issues and perceptions of our reality, which is our immediate reality, okay? Stay away from all the external stuff, the stuff that if you cannot control it or if you don't have anything to do with it directly, then it's not part of your world. Like, let it go. Of course, it's important to stay informed, but I'm telling you, man, this stuff will just suck you right in and spit you out. And that is the South Node stuff. All right, South Node Sagittarius wants to explore everything, wants to know everything, like all conspiracy theories and ideas and governments and all these crazy changes and things going on in the world. Look, you're gonna find out and figure it out one way or another. Okay, it's gonna happen. All you have to know is how you're gonna structure and utilize your experience, your situation, and your life, and make sure that you are going in a direction that you want to go. Okay. This is about taking our responsibility for ourselves and learning to stay focused on our reality, what's right in front of our face. So, if you're going to move somewhere, like usually when eclipse seasons change, that's when a lot of people start to move. So, and this is, if anything, is just more, amplified. So a lot of people are moving right now, if that's possible. Now, the difference between the Capricorn Cancer and the Gemini Sagittarius axis, let's talk about that for a minute, okay? Because this energy is the November 30th, right, coming into December, this is really going to begin. December is going to be the month that cracks open the shell to this new Gemini Sagittarius arena, where it's fully letting all the stuff from the past go. We're all done, right? All the stuff is gone. Bye-bye. So Capricorn and Cancer. Capricorn was about structure, control, governments, the scaffolding of our society, right? Gemini is more about neighborhoods, communities, people talking about their passions, people expressing themselves and their belief systems, like groups of people coming together, like we've been seeing here and there in protests, but I believe that's going to start to become communities, right? Towns or cities are going to start to become more interconnected, right? Areas where like-minded people are going to start connecting, like-minded people are going to start living where they're connecting. Okay, this is where the energy where we're going towards. Sagittarius is long distance travel. Okay, and the South Node represents stuff that is, stuff that we're letting go of, or stuff that's sort of just, it's the big picture, right? But it's stuff that we don't, it's stuff that's easy, that we already know, that we already get, and we don't want to get caught up in bad habits from the past, which is kind of like, South Node, the past, right? Or even past lives. So this is where, South Node, long distance travel, that might be that's probably going to be an issue for a while. They're going to make it an issue. All right. But long distance travel isn't just physically like flying somewhere. It can also be like journeying, like, working with, sacred plant medicines and or doing astral travel and, out of body experiences and things like that. So there's shadow and light sides to all of this. Okay. Now, Gemini is, of course, the debaters, right? Right now, debate doesn't look so healthy in the world, but it's more about the debate within ourselves, right? It's about community. It's about education. Gemini rules the third house of just connectivity in your immediate area and whatnot. So stay focused on that, okay? And with this being a partial lunar eclipse, meaning that the moon isn't exactly on top of the node. It's close, but it's not quite. I don't really see any significant, difference with energy, because this is still powerful as hell. All right. So this eclipse is bringing us in really into letting go of the things that are no longer serving us when it comes to, our belief systems, when it comes to what we want to get out there into the world, when it comes to what we stand for, when it comes to, like creating communities. Like, you're going to start to see more and more people, like local communities, building up and protecting each other, and all these people come together. Because look, guys, we're going to have to. Okay, there's going to be no other option. This is we are in revolutionary times right now, and with the cosmos, this is what the cosmos is guiding us and teaching us to do. Now, at the same time as well, we have Venus right now at 10 degrees of Scorpio. It just finished its opposition to Uranus. So with this being so close right there like that, I mean, relationship stuff's going to be big. I mean, this is where, like, you could meet someone, you could be like on fire, you could be super sexually attract someone, and then you guys have sex, and then after that, it's like, wow, we really have nothing in common. Damn it. So there's going to be a lot of impulsive, like, because, Uranus represents Kundalini, right? And Taurus is the physical body. And Venus in Scorpio is all about, like, feeling that super sensual sexual pleasure. Like, yeah, let's make something happen. It's like, no, slow down. Be careful. Be careful, because it's very highly impulsive, especially, I mean, on a lunar eclipse. Create communities. You meet someone in a community. Oh, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, wow. Look in your eyes. You look so sexy. Oh, yeah. It's the end of it's like saying, like, what if I was the last person on earth? And, if we're all gonna die, we might as well just, all just, have crazy sex right now. Okay. extreme ideas, extreme things that could be going on, or it could be like, in rare circumstances, it could be, boom, you bump into someone, you look in their eyes, instant love, like falling in love, manifesting love, like, wow, what the hell was that? Where did that come from? Holy cow, I don't know what's going on, right? So let's, we never know. So I always come back to keep it in the heart space. If it feels right in the heart, now, if it feels right down there, then that's not the heart space, okay? That's instant gratification. And I'm sure, especially when you get really good at instant gratification, that can be really almost addictive. But it's those addictive qualities of people that we have to be careful of right now, especially with Neptune square the nodes. Neptune square the nodes represents delusion, illusion, addictions, getting caught up in like, oh my God, what just happened? Like you see is going on in the world right now. This is super, super heightened right now, guys. So be, I guess, on your best behavior to yourself, because you owe yourself that. You know what I'm saying? This is not saying like the universe is going to be like, tisk, tisk, tisk. It's going to be like, there's going to be, this is like Temptation Island, baby. There's going to be a lot of Temptation Island, but is it in your best interest? And this is the universe saying, hey, you can have you want, but what is it that you want? All right, you have to be sure, be certain about what it is that you want to manifest in your life. And if you're like, well, I want, this over here, but this is like 3 steps away from it, or this is the next best thing, so maybe I'll just sacrifice that for this. No, you want to go all the way. You want to hold your boundaries. You want to hold your values and morals. You want to be 100% true to you, because when you are 100% true to you and you do not bend and you do not allow your boundaries to break or bend or fold in any way, that's when everything you want comes to you. And this is exactly what all this energy is doing for us, guys. It's purging out all the stuff that we don't want. And it's getting us to really see and think very like hypersensitively to our own intuition. It's showing us, hey, like I really do want this. I really don't want that. I really, this is the life I believe I can create. This is where we're going to go. Come on, like let your guides be your cheerleaders. Yeah. Don't let them be, like confusing you. The confusion comes when your ego and your heart is not in alignment. Okay. When your heart is aligned with your head, all right, everything starts to just flow. So write that down. Remember that. We have Mercury here at 27 degrees of Scorpio. So it's in that third decan. So, Mercury and Scorpio still, it's a detective, right? And it's sextile over there to Saturn and Jupiter, which is beautiful. All right. This is like, we're seeing what we want to, the roots we want to put down. We want to make shit happen. And it's also conjunct White Moon Selena, which, really gives a air of, feeling that extra essence of like spiritual connection, like knowing that you are doing what it is that you're meant to do for you, and given that extra oomph to follow it. Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of energy, pushing us in the direction of really where our soul wants to go. So keep that ego in check. And of course, right now we have Neptune direct. Okay. It just went direct yesterday on the 29th. So this Neptune energy is potent. And when Neptune energy is potent, shit is confusing. Shit is it can be like Alice in Wonderland, La La Land. Like it can be disorienting. It can be confusing. It can feel like you're on an acid trip when you're completely sober. So, and when it's square the nodes, this is destiny, right? But if you pay too much attention to stuff that is feeding your ego, that's going to inflate your ego, and that's going to completely distract you from what your soul wants. So your energy goes where your attention flows. So be very conscious about where your energy is flowing. That's my spiel. Okay. Now we also have Black Moon Lilith again, conjunct loosely to Uranus. Now, with Venus being opposed to this right here, I mean, this sexual energy is hype. It is so heightened. It is so intense and so deep. I mean, people are just wanting to get down. I mean, you know, especially right now, like, you know, people say like, what is it? You know, like, you know, women get turned on by fighting, like violence, right? And like action stuff. Like there's a whole lot of action stuff going on in the world, and people are starting to, you know, get like, you know, well, you know, I kind of just want to get one last one in, right? Just in case nobody knows what's going to happen, right? Whenever there's a massive amount of uncertainty, right? People typically crave safety. People typically crave something that feels, you know, like safe or comfortable. And what's more comfortable than someone that wants to lay with you, right? Treat sexuality as a sacred process, especially right now. I mean, we should always be doing that, but especially right now. So even if you're in a committed relationship, you know, like communicate about what you want, what your partner's needs are, what your needs are. Are they being met? Are they not being met? All right. Going to be very, very important for these energies coming up. If you're single, still communicate that, but you know, just be honest with yourself. All right. Don't get too crazy shenanigans about this, but you know, just honor yourself and honor everything within, because we have so much corruption, so much bad shit. The last thing we need is more lies, more deceit, more heartache and pain, right? Like nobody needs any more of that shit. We have enough of it. So like if it's instant gratification you're looking for, and you kind of know, like let them know, like, you know, and if they say no, but chances are, like, the more honest you are with someone, right, the more likely it is they're going to respect you. That's so true. Trust me, I know through experience. So just be honest, okay? Communicate and be honest. It's so much better. So we also have Mars now. Mars at 16 degrees. Now it's starting to move forward slowly, and it's getting up there, right? Going to come back into its other, you know, finishing up its squares of Pluto and Jupiter and Saturn. But first, okay, right now, bam, it is trine the south node and sextile the north node. So during this lunar eclipse, this is beautiful because this is giving us a clear understanding and excitement about an energy to step forward into this next phase of like what we want to do, what we want to create, you know, like getting to know our neighbors and, you know, communicating, this is like passion on fire. This is massive, massive passion. And this passion is going to be igniting more and more and more and more as we roll into this new eclipse season. Okay. So we have Saturn right now, 28 degrees. So it is back at its master number. All right. Just 2 more degrees until it's literally like another 15 days and it's out of Capricorn. So we're basically pushing all the last bit of shit out of the syringe here, guys, when it comes to purging and processing. It's not going to really be until the next eclipse. Okay, so this is opening up the eclipse portal for the next I'm going to say this portal is going to be the next 3 weeks because of all the other stuff that's also going on along with the eclipses. Okay, but we have Pluto now at 23 degrees. Remember, 23 was really, you know, is between 22 and 23 degrees. That was that big point. So we're moving into the final phase of all this shifting and all this changing. Now, a lot of stuff out in the world looks really bad right now, but I just want to remind you that a lot of it is propaganda and bullshit. Turn off the TV. You will find if you turn off the TV, life ain't so bad. All right. Of course, you walk around, you see everybody, you know, having to follow a lot of these ridiculous freaking rules. You know, I definitely see communities starting to be created where these bullshit communist kind of rules are not going to fly, and we're going to start to create communities and spaces and organizations and events and things like that for, you know, the higher vibe tribe, so to speak. Okay, so be patient and just trust the process. And if you're listening to stuff like this, you know, you're connecting with the right people, baby. So make sure, you know, and in fact, I highly recommend check out the opportunity community. Go to my website, spiritsbodybuilder.com. jump on our calls. I have a whole bunch of them where live on YouTube, where we're talking about really cool stuff like vibroacoustic sound lounge technology, biohacking, plant medicines. We're talking a lot more about fitness, and I'm getting back into microscopy. We're going to be talking about live and dry blood cell analysis, and saliva analysis, urine analysis, all these different things about the body to optimize the health and see how to be, to navigate understanding what the body is trying to teach us. So I'm going to be getting all into this with you guys, so you guys know how to take care of yourselves in an optimal fashion, because I love my people and I want to make sure my people are all as healthy and as aware as humanly possible. This is my mission in my life. So, this eclipse is setting the precedence to step into this next chapter where the universe is asking us to take responsibility. Okay. It's either you're a victim, or you are or you are a patriot, or you are owning your shit. You're owning your life, right? I know, I don't want to be a victim, and I will not be a victim in my life. So I hope you choose the same as I. And if you do, you're the kind of person, male, female, whatever, that I want to have in my community. So come on down, level up, right? So real quick, I would like to read the inside degrees for the numerology of this lunar eclipse, which says, a chandelier which holds lit candles. Creative selfhood lights up the world. The brightness lies in the realization of being all things, becoming all things. It is everywhere at once. Nothing is linear nor consecutive. The spinning upon an axis of power. Joy lies in making the connections and being a resource and bringing the situation to what it can be. All is activated, mobilized. Your potential is actualized by being all-inclusive and keeping every side of life in your sights, lit up from within, having a place to shine. So this is a really great synopsis of everything I was just talking about. Basically, look, guys, a lot of parts of our lives up until this point, we have been distracting ourselves from, whether it's been through workaholism or drugs or alcohol or sex or whatever, right? We've all had some kind of addiction. What I mean by addiction, an addiction is anything that pulls us out of balance in life. Balance is a fickle thing. Not many people I know have balance in their lives, right? Especially the more successful, the least amount of balance, and that's not okay. And this is all about learning to create that balance by creating interdependency in communities. So that but in order to do that, we have to stop distracting ourselves from our lives. And by doing that, we start living our purpose. We start doing what we actually love to do, what we're born to do innately every day. And as we do that, then we open up the floodgates of heart energy and create a beautiful experience for ourselves and everyone around us, right? We're happier when we're doing what we love, right? So it just makes sense. Like, to me, it just makes common sense. And I see communities starting to be built around like that. So like, oh, hey, I have a friend that's a really great DJ. Oh, I have a friend that's a really, really great phlebotomist. Oh, I have a friend that's a really great lawyer. Oh, I have a friend that's a really great, cook, right? We all have these, people that we know that love to do these things. Just some people are fascinated by teeth. Some people are fascinated by, writing articles. Everybody's fascinated by something different. And when you have people doing what they love to do and doing more of almost like a bartering system, right? I will trade my gift for your gift because that is valuable to me. That is where Gemini wants to go. And that is where I personally see it going. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think is going to be coming, because one thing's for sure, our society is definitely changing in major ways, and it is not going to slow down anytime soon. But in this next 3-week period, okay, with this new eclipse season. Remember, the eclipse season is in the 30 days where there's these two eclipses. The portals open and this energy is maximized, and then we go into living so we get downloaded, right, with all these energies, and then it's activated throughout the next 6 months. Then that next 6 months we get another round of eclipses, and then it goes to, you know, the next phase, the next level, and then on and on. But December is a very special month. November has been November, I'd say, has probably been the most intense and extremely disorienting month. December is gonna be where the piece of charcoal turns to a diamond, right? That's how I'm seeing it. The end of December is going to really be kicking off a whole new world that we're all stepping into. And I'll tell you what, I cannot wait, because I know it's going to be a really great world. There is the lower vibrational entities that are going to be attempting to create a dystopia, but there are too many woke people out there. It's not going to happen. It is up to us too, as well. Okay. It is up to us to create this utopia, and this utopia is here for us. We just have to materialize it, guys. It's already here in the ethers. We just have to put it into form and put the scaffolding in there. So I hope that you will do this with me. I'm excited to work with you guys. So if you would like a reading from me, of course, you know, my website. Also, starting Sagittarius season, starting the day that the sun goes into Sagittarius, I'm going to be doing a special, okay, for the entire Sagittarius season, 40% off my level 1, 2, and 3 readings, okay? So that'll be up. I'll be putting that up here in the next day. So by the time this video is up, that sale will be up. So jump on it, guys, okay? This is such a powerful time to get a reading, to know what's going on. And I want to make sure that everybody, you know, can afford one, and to give you guys as much information as I possibly can, because I love working with you guys. So 40% off level 1, 2, and 3. Jump on it. Let's do it. I love you guys very much. And so go to my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com, download my free ebook, join the incredible opportunity community, level that shit up, and hit me up, you know, if you want to talk or want to chat or want to make something happen. All right. I love you all very much. Step into this new energy with curiosity and vigor. And don't be afraid what other people think. Just be you and love it. Fuck yeah. See you guys next report, baby.